Hi there, and welcome to my channel. I am Joy Cherick, and today I am sharing with you how I homeschool for 4th grade using the Ambleside Online curriculum as our spine for my students' reading, and also kind of how I make that work in a large family setting. So if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing. So for each of my students that can read independently, I have independent skill student lists. So I will show you what that looks like here. And they are all by here, day of the week. And for my 4th grader, I have actually created a 3-week loop because I incorporated narration prompts for her based on Karen Glass's book, Know and Tell. I just kind of wove some of those ideas into a 3-week cycle so that it wasn't just tell back what happened, tell back what happened. Sometimes she's writing a poem on her reading. Sometimes she's writing a letter from the perspective of the main character. Sometimes she'll draw a cartoon. Anyway, I'm like all about systems, and I just wanted a system that would give her the variety without making my head explode. So that's what I came up with, and I'll actually leave a link to what I use in the description. You can download that, just our checklist, and then kind of what that 3-week schedule looks like. So when my student starts 4th grade, that is really a giant leap into independence. So she basically is just going through all of the books. I just ordered all the books on AmblesideOnline Year 4, specifically for her. So she starts her day with Bible, and we use this Bible, which I love. And it is an ESV, unabridged, but it's got these beautiful illustrations in it. So she's using that to start her day. And then I actually asked her, we sat down together and she picked a Bible reading plan. And I kind of gave her the option, do you want to just read a chapter from the Bible a day and that'll take you 3 years? Or do you want to try to get through it in a year? Kind of, there's all these different types of plans. So I just asked her opinion, and she picked one that you can do in a year, and it's based on it's chronological. So I can link to the one that that she picked based on the format. But anyway, you can just Google it, and there's a ton of really great options out there for Bible reading lists. And then she moves on to her math. And right now we're just learning our multiplication tables and our division tables. So we're using this book by Rod and Staff just to kind of review all of that stuff, just to make sure that we're ready for 4th grade. And what else are we doing? Oh, my mother-in-law is so sweet and is working with all 3 of my students on their math facts once a week through video conferencing. So that has been huge because I'm really bad at that. And, you just go with your strengths and you find help when you're weak. So that's what I've been doing for that. Then she has readings that she's doing. And now I can't even go through all of them right now, but it is all of the Ambleside Online Year 4 book list. And she will do 2 of those a day. And actually that doesn't work out to as many books because we're reading some of her list in morning time. So I gave her kind of the free read list and then some other books I knew she hadn't read, and let her choose some of the books she wanted to incorporate into her school year. So that was really fun. So she chose Insect Adventures because she really was not enjoying Madam How and Lady Y. So I was like, Fabre, great, do it. So then we have her study dictation. Where's that? Oh, I just put it away. So we use Simply Charlotte Mason's Spelling Wisdom for study dictation. It is So simple. We do 1 lesson a week, even though the curriculum recommends that you do 2 lessons per week. We were not able to do that. My 3rd grader is also using that book, and we did 2 a week for about a month, and then I kept checking them, and I was like, guys, this is not working. I'm not able to give you the attention that you need to do that much volume in a week. But I was able to help them enough with one a week. So that's been working for us there. And then this is from Riverbend Press. I know, it's just so pretty. Like, who doesn't love a hardbound book? This is the Book of Centuries. And then I will assign this once per week on her list. But each week I have a different time period that I want her to fill in. So we'll have I'll say from our American history readings, or she has her own American history readings, write about someone that you learned about. And then I'll ask her to do something from our Bible readings and from, I think I might even just say like poetry or art. There's all these different places. So I'm trying to give her some variety so that we're not just filling in, 1776 and around that time period. So that's how we use our Book of Centuries. Now, in the Charlotte Mason method, there is kind of a big jump between 3rd grade and 4th grade. And in 4th grade, you start Latin and you start formal grammar. And I had no idea how to figure that out. So I started with using the Khan Academy online. And that was a really good introduction for her. But then our co-op decided to offer a grammar class, and they're doing the book called Fable and Song by Cottage Press. And it is amazing. 1, because I'm not doing it. But 2, because they're, just that learning together, and they're using literature as the foundation for learning grammar. Another thing that I did was we borrowed the book Grammarland from a friend, and I just had her read that on her own, even though I really wanted to read it with her. We just couldn't. But that introduces a child to all of the vocabulary around grammar, because of course it's just talking about abstract concepts, and that is why you really don't want to mess around with grammar in the early stages of learning. Like, they're still just trying to sound out words and put sentences together. Do not confuse your child with adjectives and nouns and verbs. It doesn't even matter. For them to be a good writer later, they need to be focusing on their oral narration skills and their written narration skills, and they need to be listening to really great literature. Anyway, so that's my little rant on that. Okay, so my 4th grader is also doing typing lessons on the computer, and we're using typing.com, which has been really fun for her. And the goal, of course, is that she will be able to start typing sometime late middle school, early high school. For the last 3 years, my 4th grader has been using Hoffman Academy Online for piano. And she's actually at the end of Unit 3 and has started to ask for some other things. And I think that's probably a good gauge on how long the online school will allow for as far as keeping interest, because she's not super into it. I'm not able to sit down with her every single time, so it is more child-led, and that's just not great. So we will be starting to look for different musical lessons, but I may just have to throw my hands up in the air and say, well, that's as good as it gets. But I will really recommend the Hoffman Academy, especially for kind of 1st grade, 2nd grade, 3rd grade, just getting started, and just as a really affordable way to do piano right from the comfort of your own home. So we also use Beast Academy Online for a supplement for my fourth graders' math. Just love Beast Academy for its ability to help stretch their way of thinking about problems and giving them extra tools to just figure things out and not just be, I think, set in one way of doing things, but showing them that there's multiple ways to come to one answer, which I had never been exposed to before. So thank you so much for watching today, learning about how I teach fourth grade using Ambleside Online with the Charlotte Mason method. And if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. And let me know in the comments if I left anything out and you would like for me to expand on. But for now, I will share with you my checklist for the independent work for my fourth grader. And you can get that in the description box. So thanks so much for watching. See you next time.